Maayong gabi sa inyo tanan. Edmundo, my brother, I will always love you. Edmond, or Mon as we call him, was the E in the Parega Salvador Delgado Brotherhood. The abbreviation of the names of the 6 Delgado brothers, Posidio, Alberto, Reynaldo, Edmundo, Gerardo, and me, Aurelio. I am now the only survivor in the Parega. I thank God He made you our brother, a part of our lives, and so proud to call the extraordinary man our brother. Edmond now joined our 4 brothers in heaven, together with our parents, Salvador and Jesusa Segovia. I know Edmond suffered enough these past 2 years. And because of these sufferings, I know he was ready. But although I know that this is the best for him right now, it's still hard to believe that Edmond is gone. What more could anyone ask from him? He was an accomplished man. He had a loving wife, Nitz, who always stood beside him no matter what. 3 professional daughters and the best grandfather of 5. He will do anything to help anybody, especially those that he loved. But of course, I was the favorite one. Don't get me wrong. Our dad, God bless his soul, always told us he does not play favoritism, but he always knew who needs the most, and Edmond is no different from him. Edmond, in life we love you dearly, and in death we will love you more. My wife, Miles, and my 3 children, Francine, John Paul, and Henry, will miss you always. I wish you peace. Farewell, my brother, till we meet again. Edmond, your favorite song when we were kids. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lonely rivers sigh, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me.
I am Inday Delgado, a sister-in-law of Edmond and the widow of Nalds, one of his 5 brothers. Honestly speaking, it is difficult to talk about Edmond if you do not talk about his brothers. Their blood relationship to one another is thicker than blood itself. They loved each other deeply, tremendously, and unquestionably. They would protect each other come what may, either physically, emotionally, and even materially. The Paraga brothers, as mentioned chronologically by Aurel, lost their mother when most, if not all, were quite young. And if I am not mistaken, my husband Naldo, who was third child in the family, was barely 9 years old, followed by Edmund, who was roughly 8 at the time. This probably explains why Nalds and Edmund were especially close, for they must have played, joked, or even boxed each other during their growing up years. When Mama Susing passed away, the heavy responsibility of bringing up 6 boys fell on the shoulders of Papa During. He was a remarkable and selfless father, remaining a widower till his death. He alone painstakingly clothed, fed, bathed, and sent his 6 boys to school. By the way, he was good-looking and an MIT engineer. But a second marriage never happened. I am sure there are many unforgettable and funny stories about the teenage days of the brothers. But Naldo once narrated to me about one of the many mischievous escapades of the boys. During nights when Papa During was soundly asleep, Naldo, and presumably Pusid and Abet, would steal, in quotation marks, the family car keys and drove away into the night for maybe a drink or two, or to a party. Siling ko kay Nalds, ti si Edmond yan, gupod man? Si Edmond? Sige. Hindi, na siya iya. Homebody na iya si Edmond, ka good boy na siya iya. Ikumparar mo sa akon. Fast forward. During my entire married life with Nalds, the brothers would talk to each other during birthdays, death anniversaries of their parents, Christmases, and greeted each other together with their respective spouses. Naldo was always particularly happy chatting with Aurel, considering the geographical distances between them. But I would say that Naldo and Edmund communicated each other more often, on the average twice a month, over PLDT long-distance calls. They would talk lengthily about their respective families, mga hinablos, mga sakit, mga bulong, about arthritis, and about Luing, their land caretaker in Santa Barbara, and almost anything that they really enjoyed talking about. After Naldo passed away in 2007, the telephone calls focused on Edmond, together with Nitz, and me. So typical of him, who was caring, compassionate, hardworking, practical, and considerate. His calls would then become lesser through the years because of his failing physical health. About 1.5 to 2 years ago, he called me early in the morning and said, "Inday, te, kamusta kamuda?" Si Mike, kag si Peng, okay lang? I replied, okay man sila. And suddenly he asked, "Te, kamusta si Nalds? Din siya?" I was caught off guard. But luckily, I was quick to answer, okay man yan si Nalds okay O sige, hambala lang kay Nalds, hindi siya masyado magkaong baboy ha. I wish to end my sharing with my message to Edmond, for I am sure he is listening right now, together with his deceased parents and brothers. Mon, I do not know you completely, but I do know that a great part of you was very Delgado. You had a good sense of humor. Could it be to hide pains and conflicts in life that may have lodged within you? A streak of mischief also would come out when you ask false questions just to test others. You could be playful and naughty, but the deepest Edmund was mostly quiet. At the same time, so much of you were caring for others and giving comfort to those in pain. When somebody asked for help, you never said no. And strangely, even those who did not ask for help were helped by you. You helped others much more than helped yourself. And I had witnessed this with the many acts you had extended to Nalds. My deep condolence to Nitz, to Sheila and Alex, to Tina and Boyet, to Ching and JR, kag mga apos. And lastly, Edmund, thank you for being my brother in.
Good morning, everyone. I am Martin Delgado, the sixth son of Pusidio and Josefa Delgado. It saddened me when I heard the news about the pass away of my uncle Edmund, that became my second father. It was 1980 when he brought me to Davao to live with him and Auntie Nitz. They somehow wanted a son, so I was the one who fulfilled the stand. I lived with them for almost 5 years, and Uncle Edmund sent me to school there also. It was worth remembering for. He was there and Auntie Nitz to guide me during my teenage years. He raised me with an iron fist, and he is a strict uncle. But with that, I know that he wants me to be a better person. In terms of discipline, he always says to do things in the right way. He is a meticulous man, and I am thankful that he and Auntie Nitz guided me well. It became a part of my life now. After high school, I went back to Bacolod and finished my college. Even though I was not in his place to live when I was studying for college, we still see each other when he goes for a vacation in Bacolod. I got married and had 2 lovely daughters. But then I went to UAE in 2004 looking for a job. In 2008 and 12, I went home for my vacation. And at the time, Uncle Edmund was still okay. And in 2016, I heard from Manang Susi that Uncle Edmund will do a dialysis procedure, which is really bad for him because of his age. Then I went home last 2018 of July to send my wife Belinda for recovery of total knee replacement surgery. I went to his house, but by the time he was in the hospital doing dialysis, I rather live than looking him suffering from pain. I know he is now at peace and felt no more pain. And I know he will always be in our hearts. We always remember him. May you rest well, Uncle Edmund, and be with God's dwelling place.
Hi, my name is Candy, first cousin to Manong Edmund. I am grateful and blessed to have known you better, Manong, during the times you were here in Canada. We were able to enjoy some good times together, sharing stories over dinners when we would meet during family gatherings. You are in a better place now, Manong, embraced in the loving arms of our God, where you will feel no more pain, no more suffering, only love. We miss you so much. Palangga gid kita till we meet again.
On behalf of my brothers and sisters, we are gathered here today to celebrate the life of our beloved Edmundo S. Delgado, who joined in the hands of our Creator, Jesus Christ. To my cousins, Manang Sheila, Manang Tina and Ching, Tita Nets, let me start by reading the scriptures from the book of John, chapter 14, verse 1 to 3. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, you believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I'm going there to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am. My name is Richard. I'm his nephew. I'm his best friend. I'm his screwdriver. And as a nephew, I normally call him Tio Edmond or Uncle Edmond, who is my my tata's younger brother. Tio Edmond was born on the 5th of January 1942 in a small town in Iloilo, Santa Barbara City. Son of then late Salvador Delgado, Lolo Badong, and Isusa Sigubia, Lula Susi. He is the fourth to the eldest among the Parega brothers, which stands for Posidio, Alberto, Reynaldo, Edmundo, Gerardo, and Aurelio. They all share a common traits. Aside from their names that rhymes, of course, they're all Delgados, and they all like to drink. But do not misinterpret that this is not all about drinking and getting drunk. It is all about the nature of being close to each other, missing each other, and you will feel the closeness that even they call each other parts, boards, mix. Liquor is just an ingredient to their closeness, togetherness, their freedom to express themselves. I characterize Tio Edmond as one incredible man. He was adored by Tita Nits, being the best dad to her three daughters, Sheila, Tatin, Ching, and also the best grandpa to his 5 grandchildren. His hard work, his caring nature, his humor, and his love of life are some of the many traits that characterize his amazing and loving person. His face resembles my dad's smiling face, and to some who just saw him the first time in Nagisan after my dad died, he was mistakenly thought as Posidio, where everyone was saying Posidio has risen from the dead. Nabanhaw daw si Pusid. Tio Edmond is one handsome uncle to me. That the fact that he is one fashionista and he is always wearing warm accent color that always suits the way you see him. Kaangayan gid sa iya. And a combination of a favorite Rolex watch on his left wrist. Purmiya ginapakita sa akon nga amuning akon nga Rolex siya ko tanawa bala. So that time I considered him as a best friend. Aside from being always present sa inuman, naging amigo ko si Tio Edmond. Kaya tungod siyempre sa updanay namon, sa dupon pa siya. Nadula ang huya ko tungod siguro nga tama sa iya ka open kag madali siya istoryahon. Until nga pati ang akon nga personal love life na kompromiso gid. So naistorya ko sa iya ang akon amiga nga subong akong wife nga nagatinir sa Davao kag gusto ko nga magkadto man sa Davao. Well, it didn't happen, but he became my outlet for my personal secrets. I considered him as a mentor. Madako ang impluensya ni Tio Edmond sa akong pag-eskwela. The fact that I took my bachelor's degree as an agribusiness management, naging parehas ang amon nga huyog sa farming. So, naging close kami upod kay Robert. Kag permi sila gahapit sa balay sa Gisan. Gapangapi kag before sila magkanto sa ilang site visit dito sa Kabangkalan, sa Mamaylan, Suay, Kawayan. So, I considered him also as a father. Sang napatay ang tatay ko, si Pusin, na-realize ko nga sa palibot ko, na-picture out nila si Tio Edmond nga tsura niya daw to si tatay, si Pusin. So, ang feeling ko, naidlaw ako kay tatay, kag feeling ko tatay ko siya. Pero hindi lang amo siya. Sa timpong nga wala na si tatay, siya ang taga-sulbar sa amon ng mga hindi paginsindianay sa mga problema sa amon. Siya man ang naghatag sang trabaho sa akon. Siyang nagubra ako sa Pioneer Hybrid. Dako gid katama ang akon nga kabalaslan kay Tio Edmond. Kag nagapasalamat gid ako Tio Edmond sa tanan-tanan sa nibulig mo sa akon. Gusto ko pa ibalo sa imo Tio Edmond. Kabalo ko nga ari kasubong sa amon sa palibot. Hindi ka man namon makita pero mabatagan ka namon nga ari ka diri subong sa amon. Alangga ginamon. And we will miss you so much. And we will never forget you. Kabalogid ko Tio Edmond, kabalogid kami nga excited ka naman na makita ang imo mga grupo dra sa babaw, si Tio Jerry, Tio Nads, Tio Abet, kag si tatay man, tanan ng mga utod mo, kag palihog lang hambal nga regards lang sa ila. Kag palihog man hambal sa ila nga hinay-hinay lang sa inom, kag sa paligarilyo kay not good gid sa health. Madamo gid nga salamat ti Tio Edmond sa imong nga bulig sa amon. Kag wala na ko sang iban nga may hambal kundi salamat gid. Nagpalangga ka gid namon. Goodbye, Tio Edmond. And may you rest in peace. Salamat. We love you so much.
Rest in peace to Lolo Edmond. I am BJ, and I am the grandson of Lolo Edmond Delgado. He changed me as a man because growing up with him, he always taught me that to always enjoy every moment in life and to always love everybody in the present time and always just appreciate all the little things in life, because in a snap of a finger you could just be old and be 75 years old, 80 years old. And he always taught me to always focus on my goals and to just keep pushing no matter what. From the beginning, you know, he's always enforced that on me. So thank you, Lolo Edmond, and may he rest in peace. Thank you.
Trying to overcome my emptiness, I was thinking I have missed something very dearly. I cannot attend the last rites for the walking away of Edmund. Edmund was a very dear friend to me. A throwback of our early days during college days. We have been on a good rapport with Edmund. We try to meet and have good times despite of lack of finances. Sometimes we satisfy ourselves for very simple things. We entertain ourselves with little bottle of rum just to be with each other. Sometimes the possible things are pray, kulang balo na, gamay lang anay, sige lang pray. Utangon tayo, bayaran talang pagsweldo, okay na. That's what we are. For several years, we met when I was already connected with Dole Philippines. Surprisingly, Edmond was our big supplier of fertilizers, fertilizer chemicals. And that was the reason that we very often meet every month or twice a month sometimes, because every time he comes to the office, he calls me so that he can interrogate to make his follow up with his products that we buy. Wow. That was a time. That was the time when we could always meet each other. Sometimes twice or sometimes once a month. And we, after his appointments, we have small, and after office hours, we have to get together sometimes on a bottle of beer, talking about our families and our plans. When I retired, news about each other was very rare. We could not communicate very closely and very rarely. He was in Bacolod and I was in General Santos. Edmond, despite our being away with each other, very lately, when he was in Canada, we endeavor to talk with each other at the telephone. So that is how close we are. Edmond is a dear good friend to me. I will miss this guy. Farewell, Edmond. Magkita lang kita. Mauna lang ikaw. I will be missing you, Edmond.
Yun nga, I would just like to say na si Tito Ed was really a model para sa akin. I mean, trying hard nga ako mag-copy si Tito Ed eh. Just to give you a slight story, when I graduated, nung nag-graduate ako, kasi gusto ko gayahin si Tito Ed eh. Probinsyano, pero big time. Mga ganun ba? So, nag-apply ako sa Syngenta. It's a company owned by Novartis. Kalaban nila Tito Ed yan. So, nag-apply ako sa Syngenta. Kasi nga, gusto ko siyang gayahin, Tito Ed. So, mga kasama ko mag-apply noon, mga taga-UP, mga graduate ng Agri. Ako lang taga-USC ron, na commerce ang course. So, parang on paper, para malabo talaga ako. I mean, I have the slightest chance. Yun lang. When in-interview na ako, sabi naalala ko pa si Sir Jerry yun. Sabi niya, nakita niya yung resume ko, sabi niya, oh, Delgado ka pala. Sabi niya, saan Delgado ka ba? Sabi ko, boss, Iloilo po kami. So, oh, Iloilo ka pala eh. Oh, ba? Kaano-ano mo si Edmundo Delgado? Eh, sir, tito ko yun. Ganyan. Oh, eh, kasama ko uminom eh. Ganyan. Eh, ito ganyan. So, to make the long story short, kaya ako natanggap because apelido ko Delgado. Kilala ako ng mga taga-Syngenta, taga-Novartis. Yun ang impact sa akin ni Tito Ed. I wanted to be like him. I wanted to be a provider. I wanted na gusto ko ganun yung lifestyle na ganun. Trabaho, probinsya, pero big time. Kasi merong probinsyano trabaho, alaws eh. Di ba? May ganun, maraming ganun eh. Si Tito hindi. Trabaho sa probinsya, pero mucho dinero. Di ba? Yan ang gusto ko. Dito. Lumaki akong ganun. Lumaki akong ganun ang isip ko. Yun lang. When I was training at Syngenta, hindi para sa akin. I mean, hindi ko pala kaya yung ganun trabaho. Pero again, it's all about impact sa buhay. And no doubt that Tito Ed had impact sa buhay ko. How I think, dapat wais ka. Yan ang maturo niya. Dapat wais ka sa buhay. Wais ka. Nakakainis lang pakinggan minsan. Pero totoo naman. Kasi may binatbat yung tao eh. So meron siyang sinabi. Anyway, I just want to end this video kasi limited lang natin sa messenger. I just want to say that Tito Ed has a very big impact sa buhay ko. Ginagaya ko nga siya. And the message is sa mga apo niya. I think you're viewing this. Try to be like your Lolo Ed. Try to be like him. Yung half of his life, he worked. Half of his life, half of his time, he plays. Yan ang gusto ko sa kanya eh. Trabaho. Pero pag oras ng pleasure, inom. Di ba? Inom ang gusto niya. Inom tsaka kwentuhan, tsaka tawa. Inom ang gusto niya eh. And nakikita ko yan sa mga pamangkin niya. Pagka nagiinuman sila na naman ng Jones. Iba yung tawa ni Tito eh. Talagang tawa kami ng tawa nun eh. So there were really great, those were the great moments with him, and I love Tito Ed for that. Again, I just wish na we had more time pa together, pero tapos na eh. I'm picking up kung yung mga maganda nangyari sa buhay namin together with us, Tito Ed. And Tito Ed was really a supportive guy. I'm going to miss him. We are going to miss him. All of us are going to miss him. No doubt about that. But I just want everybody to know that COVID lang kasi yun, nakakainis eh. Wala lang COVID, tumakbo na kami dyan eh. Anak lang kasi kami. Anyway, I am sad with everybody. I'm also happy na rin. Because, hirap makita si Tito ganyan. Parang ayaw mo naman makita na ganyan. Payat. Anyway, hindi ako nambobola, pero kung impact at impact lang pag-uusapan, Tito had impact sa buhay ko. We love you, Tito Ed. I love you, Tito Ed.
Hello, good evening. On behalf of our tita, Sister Carmen Segovia, I would like to read her short eulogy about Papa. She said, "My dear cousin Edmond, thank you so much for being there for me all the time. I love you so much, and I pray that the Lord will take you. I also want to thank Nitz for taking care of you and for your children who also loved you so much. It was unfortunate that when I was in Canada, you were in the Philippines. And when I was in the Philippines, you were in Canada. It seemed like we never met. And we never met like in one place. You know, we're always missing each other. And the last time that we had the Segovia reunion in January for Lola Mag's birthday, it was unfortunate that we were not able to come and visit you in Bacolod. But nevertheless, she wants to thank Papa for everything that he has done for her through all the years. So this is it. I just said it on behalf of her.
Being the eldest grandchild, apo of the family, the parega, which stands for Posidio, Alberto, Renaldo, Edmundo, Gerardo, and Aurelio, I was named after my grandmother, Jesusa, or Marisa, to all of you. I spent a good and memorable part of my childhood days with your Edmond and Chinese at the age of 10, where Lolo Badong, or Lolo During, and I had lived together with them until Lolo and Uncle Aurel built the family house in Santa Barbara, where we moved few years later. Choy Edmond was like a father to me and to everybody, a pillar of support to the parega. He also frequented our house in Agisan, driving with his jeep, both hands carrying plastics of groceries for an army of 12. He would sit down with Tatay, holding their bottles of beer, chatting, laughing about their good and bad memories of each other while they were kids. Once I recalled him saying to Nanay, "Sep, hatag na lang na di si Chris sa amon kay kadamo man sang imo bata." Okay, na-convince niya si Tatay kag si Nanay. But after a few months, Nanay told him, "Mon, hindi ko katulog kay wala si Chris sa tupad ko." So then Chris was brought home. Then he persuaded Tatay to bring Martin to Davao, who lived with them until he finished his elementary level. Amo ina ka-caring, loving, and generous si Choy Edmond. He was blessed with a very successful career amongst other brothers, from Ciba-Geigy, one of the largest pharmaceutical Swiss company in the world, to a senior position in DuPont. He was a great provider, a loving father, and a husband to his 3 daughters and Chinese. Not to forget, he had his fondest memories of being together with his nephews, nieces, and apos. He frequently recounts this in his conversations. We had a lovely conversations, like he would say, "Bao Maris, si Jom kaperdo balgid na nga bata, pero dugay-dugay, hagaro niya man ina mainom, kang magtilikalay sila man lang parte sang Delgado clan, of which I'm very proud of our heritage. Every traditional celebration of the Senior San Jose, siya ang nagapakaon kay Senior San Jose. That was his role until at a later time, he wasn't able to do it. But let me also stress, as a tribute to this great man of character, my uncle, that we can have fierce argument, but subsequently ended amicably by saying, Delgado kagidya, and it's understandable you can't keep calm. Well, that's the truth. He is a fashionista, very fond of designer outfit, as I can see on how his getup is. Way back in the 80s, I brought him a blue Montagot shirt, which I always see him wearing in several times in pictures. So one thing that remains ingrained in my memory is during the opening of my building named after Tatay Pusid, the PSD building. Choy Edmund took his rightful place by cutting the ribbon with me at the ceremony. He felt so happy and overwhelmed that I can see tears of joy streaming down his cheeks. My last memory of him was completing my 60th birthday cakes, sending his picture with it. Although we can't see him in the flesh, yet his memory lingers strongly amongst those close to him. The Parega are glued to each other, even if they were raised without a mother at a very young age. Their legacy, which he personified in his lifetime, remains. Sir Edmond, we celebrate your life and we'll miss you dearly.
Hello, good evening sa inyo tanan. My name is Sheila Delgado. I'm the oldest daughter of Edmond Delgado. I would like to say that I have the fondest memories of my father as I was a child. He instilled in us the values of family, being together, acknowledging everyone, respecting everyone, knowing our lolo, our cousins, and it was always a good family time with all of us. As a child, he gave me a book, Napoleon Hill was the author, and it's titled Think and Grow Rich. And up to now, I read the book, and it's very helpful for me because from then on, I started reading all inspirational books. As I was able and privileged to go to the best schools that Papa has provided for me for my education, UP Diliman, Ateneo in high school, and St. Scholastica's partly in grade school. He also was very strict with us that he wanted us to finish our education successfully. And even then, to this time, the same with my kids, that's what we do too. They all instill a very good education. He was generous to lend me money when I first was here in Canada to buy the first house in Canada without any questions. He was a very non-complaining man, even though he underwent so many procedures here in Canada for his eye surgery, going to doctors, several doctors, specialists, and he never complained. He was also very religious. He instilled in us the value of going to church every Sunday. As the years went by, Papa was generous more with watching over our kids, even though it's not really, it's mainly our responsibility. I was his police here in Canada, being that I'm a nurse, and I always watch his diet and his exercise, his activity. At one point in time, he told me that kao istrikta sa imo do hindi man ko kakaon di sa namit sa imo balay kay puros lang uta, no? It's all vegetable. However, you know, the biggest pain was when we had to insert his fistula for his dialysis procedure. That time we had to all go home. Papa was a man of accomplishment. He had the privilege to travel worldwide to many countries when he was still working with a very good company, DuPont Far East. He is always glued to his brothers and to his nephews and nieces. He was very helpful, and as he is now gone physically, I will always remember my Papa as us very fond memories of him. And he has left a big hole in my heart. And I rest assured, Papa, that all the teachings and virtues and that you have left us behind will be continued to the next generation. I love you so much, and fly high, Papa. God bless you.